Is that blood? No, never mind.
What's on your mind? I question the wisdom of that decision, but I'll be here in the...
Breathe deep and move.
Speak. It is done. I will take my pick.
If not over, then through. What's inside?
I know you've got questions, but let me ask you one first. You ever want something so bad, you'd stop at nothing to get it? Then I reckon you'll understand. Spike and his goblin cronies torched the whole god's damned village. The bugger gouged out my eye and left us all to burn. I vowed to the hells and the heavens that I'd make him pay. So rose a woman from the town's ashes. She called herself Mizora. My soul shivered as soon as her lips touched my ears. She promised I'd have my revenge. Mizora would forge me into a hero. I'd have the power to slay my every enemy, save their every victim. All in exchange for my endless devotion. She only revealed her true form after I'd said yes. A Cambion. Half human, half devil. She gave me a new eye. A sending stone to connect us. For calling on me whenever she so wished. Raphael, Mizora. The devil's game has but one end. My soul is now hers. In this life and beyond. The flames and fury of the 9 hells themselves. She showed me how to conjure fire and to command beasts. The more I craved, the more she promised. Balls of fire, festering clouds. I went from spoiled brat to savior. My way of avenging every blameless life taken. Slay enough monsters, save enough villages, and there could be peace. I reckon you know the answer. There is no path to peace through the hells, though I searched long for it. I told Mizora I wanted out. We were still arguing when the squiddy snatched us both. After the crash, goblins plucked her from her pod and... well, I reckon you know the rest. I don't know what the Drow want with Mizora, but she promised to break our bond if I save her. I free her, and she frees me. The bargain is void if she's killed, near as I can tell. A nigh impossible task, even for the Blade. If the Drow slayed her, they'd do me a great favor. Or so I think on the darkest days. But she still lives. They want something from her. Gods know what. Mizora demanded a price I was unwilling to pay. One I won't speak of. Not now. And not here. Thank you. Your loyalty means more than the whole of the realm's riches. Onward, then. And may we be free from the devils that might bind us.
You recall Raphael's infernal smirk, his goading voice.
And the devils that already do.
Hello, my dear. Yes, my friend?
I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. As a matter of fact, I do. But why do you? That can't be. You're either an excellent storyteller, or you've experienced something quite exceptional. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, my dear, sweet gods! I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Let's get going.
These tieflings prove fragile. I've a mind to end their misery myself.
Calm yourself. They're survivors, not soldiers.
I fail to see the distinction.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
No one stopped me yet. Moving ahead.
Well, hello.
If you're close enough to talk with me, then you're too damn close.
I hear Spike messed with the Blade of Frontiers.
You were seen disarming a trap. That's the kind of behavior that will see you locked up. Or dead. Your choice. You've avoided any further trouble.
Let's... Silence.
Sugan al Shukok, Otashokek Dor. I command you, corpse, speak, reveal truth to the Absolute.
By Vlaakith's blade, a geich.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Sugan al Shukok.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue, and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon, and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
If it isn't another true soul.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
This mind flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the Goblin camp. Her mind focuses. Her suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp.
Then take it.
You read aloud the... Raglan howls, shocked by a question you should. Creature speaks in visions. A swarm of Gip-Yankee drowned troll pals.
I saw it too. Get on the hunt. They know something.
Again, vision comes to you, see a closed hand open a holding pod, devoid of...
You're kidding me.
Doubt clouds Raglan's skull. Might he suspect you see dark tunnels lit by noxious pools of brine? The darkness spreads through the sky, splits open.
What in the...
The corpse collapses.
No! Riddles! All of it! And nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat! No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon! That damned Drow was right. Can't let her get all that glory. Seems I ain't done with you. Report to the Drow. Minthara's the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her. Praise the Absolute.
Bloody hells, what? Leave me alone!
Orders were to stand by here. No booze, no sneaking off.
You're all boring.
Keep your distance, darling.
Wish I got a turn in the bear.
What have we here?
I could get used to all these raids, and especially all this wheat. I could get used to all these raids, and especially all this wheat. Always hungry, these boys. Just get some big chunks. They can chew through the bones.
What do you reckon, Tiefling?
Keep it up, one.
It squealed!
I got it on the nose.
Catch!
It don't look so scary now.
Like a wraith.
Just get some big chunks. They can chew through the bones.
It don't look so scary now.
Hands off.
Here to see the bear? Just hope these scrap. I could get used to all these raids, and especially.
Put your arm in it, Threat. You want to grow into a weakling? You're gonna be a hunter, so show it. See? Keep your head. Again! Again! Make it squeal. We're juicing it up. The big boss is thinking of serving it.
And it makes...
We made.
Look, you'll see! Give me that rock! I'll show ya!
You're gonna be a hunter, so show it.
Everything looks new.
I wonder what...
Put your arm in it, Threat.
on the nose!
You want to grow into a weakling? You're gonna be a hunter, so show it.
See? Again!
We made...
Look, you'll see! Give me that!
Juicy one. Then sure be pretty.
The guard! Get the guard!
Let's see. Can't afford to let up. Let's finish this.
Pardon the viscera. One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down the list. You aided a bear without knowing if it would savage you. A true friend of nature. Or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid Halsin. Yes, but just Halsin will suffice. Unbecoming to demand honorifics from the one who saved my hide. Indeed? Well, not the most opportune moment, but given the lengths you went to, I assume there's some urgency. Come on then, what's the problem? Unless you'd rather wait for an audience of goblins. Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible? Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. You weren't speaking lightly when you said you needed help. Let's see what we can do. There's a chokehold of magic binding the creature to you. Any efforts to remove it would almost certainly kill you. Or worse. No. This is different. Altered. But I believe I know where answers can be found. Moonrise Towers. That place is where the cultists send their captives. Innocents go in. True souls come out. It has to be the source of this magic. Be glad it did, or you'd be a true soul by now. It's immensely powerful, whatever it is. Strong enough to slow ceremorphosis to a crawl. Luckily, that gives you more time. I'm as certain as I can be. If you have a better alternative, I won't stop you. I can't stop you, in fact, which brings me to my next problem. I've no right to ask more of you, but if you could help me, I'd be free to join your journey to Moonrise. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected. Korga. I should have suspected she'd take things too far. I'll deal with her when I can. But there are other matters to attend to before that. Help me kill the leaders of this horde, save my grove, then I will help you. 3 deaths could win us peace. The Drow Minthara, the Hobgoblin Draw Ragslin, and that perversion of a priestess, Gut. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself. There is no safety. Not while this rot festers. Once it is cut out, once the grove is secure... My thanks. May Sylvanus guide your hand.
Shall we?
All right, what now? Can't slow down. What's hiding here?
Vlaakith's will be done.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Decaying legs protrude from the hole. A failed escape, it seems. It seems the tunnel collapsed mid-dig and suffocated him. A crooked heart is embroidered on his left shoe. The body comes loose, revealed.
I'll give it a shot. What's in here? Wish I had a bag of holding.
What a day.
Oh, action, not reaction.
No time to dally.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
How delicious.
I've got a long road ahead.
raiders do we have?
Plenty of lashes, loads of hunters, and a few pariahs to carry the powder kegs.
These pariahs, they're prepared to fight for the Absolute.
What they do ain't exactly fighting. All they gotta do is light up their powder and burn.
Then they're prepared to die for the Absolute. Good.
I want to have a word.
Dying.
I do not have time for interruptions from underlings.
As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle with yours. A cold hand caressing your brain. The chamber melts away to reveal a dark, endless nowhere. In it you see a vision. The drow listens as a pale-eyed young woman whispers in her ear. One of those the voice spoke of. One of the chosen.
A true soul in such a grotesque form. The Absolute has a place in her heart even for Dothier. Her heart is more generous than mine. Join my hunt, fairy, and obey me. Worshippers of a false god. Their existence is an insult to the Absolute's claim on this region. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden away there. We will find it amongst the dead and the ashes.
Her excitement is palpable. She lingers on thoughts of victory, of unbelievers' blood spilled, and of the weapon. She will seize it in the Absolute's name.
The thief, whimpering in our dungeon, tried to flee to their sanctuary. We will continue to remove parts of him until he tells us exactly where it is. He's been resilient, but he'll talk.
She is seeking the grove you visited. Already you feel her mind closing around yours.
Speak, true soul. The hunt must begin soon. Tell me what you know. The Absolute will reward us with such power if we find this place. So close. Their fate is sealed, and you will be instrumental in the slaughter. Go to their refuge and make your way inside. As a friend. I will gather a raiding party and move into position. You will open the gates from the inside when the time is right to strike. We will cleanse the place of infidels and burn it to the ground in the Absolute's name. And then we will be the first among her favorites. Good. Marshalling the goblins is no simple matter, but my warband will be ready to attack by next light. You must make your way inside. Once I am in position, on your signal, we break them. And when they are dead, the Absolute will reward your faith. As will I. For the Absolute! Gather the raiders. It is time.
Leadership. We won't let you down.
They had a tadpole. Another bloody mind flayer tadpole. Were we meant to turn out like that? Blissful idiots who thought they were talking to their god? I don't care what they're planning. I care about not turning into one of them. Come on. The sooner we are rid of this danger, the better.
Time to press ahead. What's inside?
action, not reaction. Open up. Onward. What lies within?
Found and taken. Feel like we're being watched.
Never a dull moment.
Eager for battle. Onward.
Goblins are such vile parasites.
Given your own nature, are you really the one to judge?
I will take my pick. This'll do.
An efficient path. Delay.
Shadow. Such a grim name for such a beautiful flower.
Could you not stare so blatantly in my neck when you say that, please?
Oh, but do keep calling her Flower. She'll love that.
This'll do.
Looking ahead.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
I should speak up.
I'm told the druids have stopped their What is it? Gods, I wish we could ride to his rescue. No word from the scouts yet?
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
Yes. Of course.
Ah, there you are. How did you enjoy my deer stew this evening? It's an old family recipe. Good. I tend to season it with spices from Karatur, but given what's available to us, good old Rosemary had to see us through. Not that I mean to regale you with my culinary exploits. There's actually something quite different I'd like to discuss. Indirectly, yes. We've been traveling together for a while now, and during those travels, I've been observing you. I want you to know that I like what I see. The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin. The way you got Korga to release the girl. The way you got that boy out of a harpy's clutches. The way you followed the protocol and brought me back to life. In short, I've grown to trust you. Now I need you to place your trust in me. Our journey together is bound to last a while still. As such, I feel compelled to speak. I say this because there's something I desperately need. But while I'll tell you what that something is, I won't tell you why. I have to ask you to agree to this before carrying on this conversation. Thank you. I see I did well to trust you. Now, to the matter at hand. You see, I have a condition. A condition different from the tadpole, but just as deadly. The only way to appease said condition is for me to take powerful magical artifacts and absorb the weave inside. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, before we were abducted. It is time, and by that I mean it's imperative, that I find and consume powerful strands of weave at the earliest possible juncture. We all have our eccentricities. Ours are just more eccentric than most.
As a matter of fact, you should feel lucky to be traveling with men of taste.
Catastrophe. We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession. That one right there. I will consume the magic inside. What was a powerful artifact will be rendered no more than a trinket. But it will save my life, even if only temporarily. Please, if you're... As luck would have it, Faerun, there'll be danger involved. All great cost. Good. I know the allure of these artifacts. I hope I can count on you.
How did you... Guards! You have a habit of turning up where you're least expected, but no less welcome for that. We've spotted goblins in the woods. What happened at their camp? Truly? Hells, I didn't expect it. We were almost ready to leave. Well... there's nothing for it now. A fight it will have to be. We threw them back once. If you're with us, perhaps we can do it again. We need to thin the goblin numbers quickly. Every ounce of oil that we could spare has been buried out in front of the gate. We'll blow the horn to draw them in, and pray our fire arrows strike true. Your courage is catching, it seems. Or perhaps I've finally lost my reason. Make what preparations you deem necessary, and then sound the horn. Let's have this done.
Eager for battle. Securing.
all's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Assume nothing. Found and taken.
I've got a long road ahead.
Indolence breeds madness.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Action, not reaction. Indolence breeds madness.
Still alive, so that's progress. Better not be cursed.
This is it. Everything turns on this.
I know that you are all afraid, but I also know that you have been fighting your whole lives. We have never been handed the easy choices or the gentle paths, and this is no different. These creatures would take our lives, our children, our future, and we must resist!
A splinter of ice works its way into your mind.
A pretty speech. It almost brings a tear to my eye. Now slit his throat and open that gate. The Absolute wants all of them dead. Traitor! You think you can stand against me and the Absolute? I'll dissect you.
Bring me their heads!
Ignis!
I'm ready. Time to move. Ready or not?
So much for peace. Breathe deep and move.
I'm fury. I am death. Taste my fury. Swift and lethal.
What's the plan? Have to keep going.
Flackett's will be done.
All right, what now?
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood. Without delay. This'll do.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I'm ready.
Let's try this way.
Things feel different. Oh, I could get used to this.
No time to rest.